Okay, so today we'll study about the refraction, how the refraction takes place to a glass slab. Okay, glass slab is a cuboid which is made up of glass. A cuboid which is made up of glass, that we call it as a glass slab. So it is made up of glass, it is a transparent medium. Now when a ray of light is entering from air to this glass, we know that air is the rarer medium and glass is the denser medium. So it will bend towards the normal, and then the ray of light will not stop in the glass medium. It will again emerge back into air. So when it is moving from glass to air, it will bend away from the normal. We know that any ray of light, when it enters from rarer to denser medium, it bends towards the normal, and from denser to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. Okay, now let's draw the diagram. This is one of the face of the glass slab. It is made up of glass. Okay, and let us mark the boundary as A, B, C, D. Okay, so this is the glass slab. Now here the medium is air, and this medium is glass, and again when it emerges back, because this ray of light will not stop here, a ray of light which is entering from air to glass will not stop here, will again emerge back into air. So again it is going to emerge back into air. Okay, here we consider any one point. This point we'll call it as the point of incidence. At this point of incidence, draw one normal. Normal means perpendicular to the face AB. Draw one perpendicular to the face AB. And this ray of light which we have drawn, this we'll call it as the incident ray. Let us name this ray as PQ. So PQ is the incident ray. Now this ray of light is passing from air to glass. That is rarer to denser medium. We know that glass is optically denser to air. So as it is passing from rarer to denser medium, we know that it bends towards the normal. So this ray of light bends towards the normal. Okay, let it travels as QR. So this QR ray, we call it as the refracted ray. Again at this point R, we draw one perpendicular to the CD face. Again this is called as the normal. So here we draw one perpendicular to the CD face. Now this ray of light QR is moving from glass to air, that is denser to rarer medium. And we know that any ray of light which is passing from denser to rarer medium bends away from the normal. So this ray of light will not go straight, it will not bend towards, it will bend away from the normal. So RS ray, which is emerging back into air, this RS ray we call it as the emergent ray. It is emerging back, so it is called as the emergent ray. So here PQ ray is called as the incident ray. Then QR ray is called as the refracted ray. And RS ray is called as the emergent ray. It is called as the emergent ray. Okay, so these are the three rays. Ray of light, PQ, initially what we have drawn is called as the incident ray. Then when it enters into the glass, it will bend towards the normal. So this ray which is moving inside the glass, we call it as the refracted ray, and it is emerging back into the air. So this ray RS, we call it as the emerging ray. Now let's see the angles. This angle which is formed between the incident ray and the normal, this angle we call it as the angle of incidence. So here angle I is called as the angle of incidence. It is called as angle of incidence. So here angle I is angle of incidence. Okay, now this angle which is formed between the refracted ray and the normal. This angle which is formed between the refracted ray and the normal is called as angle of refraction. It is called as angle of refraction. Okay, this angle will also be equal to alternate opposite angles. So if this is angle R, this is also angle R. Angle of refraction. Now this angle which is formed between the emergent ray and the normal is called as the angle of emergence. It is called as angle of emergence. Okay, so this is how the refraction is taking place through a glass slab. Okay, now if angle of incidence and angle of emergence are measured, you will find that angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of emergence. Angle of incidence and angle of emergence both will be equal. Why? Because the refraction is taking place through two parallel faces, AB and the CD faces. Both are parallel to each other. So that is why the angle of incidence and angle of emergence will be always equal. Extend this incident ray. Extend the incident ray. You will find that the incident ray and the emergent ray are parallel. Why? Because the angle of incidence and the angle of emergence are equal. So incident ray is parallel to emergent ray. It is parallel to emergent ray. Okay, now the perpendicular distance between the two rays is called as this distance B. This distance B, which is the perpendicular distance between the incident ray and the emergent ray. This is called as the lateral displacement. It is called as lateral displacement. So this is how the refraction takes place through a glass slab. We draw one incident ray on one of the face AB. This ray of light, we call it as the incident ray, passing from air to glass will bend towards the normal. So this ray which is traveling inside the glass, we call it as the refracted ray. Again it is emerging back into the air. So this ray RS is called as the emergent ray. Angles between the incident ray and the normal, angle of incidence. Between the refracted ray and the normal, angle of refraction, if this is R, this is also R. The angle formed between the emergent ray and the normal, angle of emergence. Okay, now draw this figure and whatever is written on the board, write down in your copy, then 2-3 lines will write about it. Write as such, first draw the glass slab. As I say, keep drawing, draw the glass slab ABCD. It's a rectangular glass slab made up of glass. Draw ABCD. Now consider any one point on AB face Q. Q is the point of incidence. Consider any one point Q. At this point, draw one perpendicular to the AB face. Draw it with a dotted line. Draw it with dotted line. Now making some angle. Draw one ray PQ. Draw one ray PQ. Okay, so PQ is the incident ray. Okay, now as it is entering inside the glass, bend it towards the normal. So QR, you have to draw one ray QR which is traveling inside the glass. QR traveling inside the glass, draw that ray QR, but it should be bent towards the normal. Okay, this PQ ray will not go straight, it will bend towards the normal. So this way you have to draw the QR ray. Draw the ray QR. Okay, at point R. Again draw one perpendicular to the CD face. At point R, draw one perpendicular to the CD face. This is also called as normal. Okay, now QR ray is passing from glass to air. So you should know which side it will bend. It will bend away from the normal. Glass to air, denser to rarer medium. So don't draw that straight line. Bend it away from the normal and draw the ray RS. Draw the ray RS. Okay, now extend the incident ray. Extend the incident ray. Extended rays always shown by dotted lines. Extend the incident ray by dotted line. And it will be parallel to the emergent ray. When you are drawing, just see it that this incident ray should be parallel to the emergent ray. Okay, now draw one perpendicular distance between the incident and the emergent ray, which you will write it as d, small d. This will be called as lateral displacement. This small d is called as the lateral displacement, the perpendicular distance between the two rays. Draw this d. Okay, figure is complete. Now, as it is written here, write down PQ is the incident ray. PQ is the incident ray. QR is the refracted ray. And RS is the emergent ray. RS is the emergent ray. Okay, also write down angle I, angle of incidence. What is it called? Angle of incidence. Angle I, what we have marked in the figure, angle I, angle of incidence. Angle R, angle of refraction. Angle E, angle of emergence. Write down. Write up this much: angle of incidence, angle of refraction, angle of emergence. Now write down. It is found that angle of incidence. It is found that angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of emergence. Is always equal to the angle of emergence because the refraction is taking place. The refraction is taking place through two parallel faces. Through two parallel faces AB and CD. Because the refraction is taking place through two parallel faces AB and CD. What are the two parallel faces? AB and CD. Refraction is taking place through two parallel faces AB and CD. Write down the perpendicular distance. The perpendicular distance between the incident ray and the emergent ray. The perpendicular distance between the incident ray and the emergent ray is called as is called as lateral displacement. Is called as lateral displacement. Write down as angle I is equal to angle E, as angle I is equal to angle E, as angle I is equal to angle E. So the incident ray,
नहीं हुई वाली है
so the incident ray is parallel to the emergent ray. The incident ray is parallel to the emergent ray, but the emergent ray is displaced from the incident ray. But the emergent ray is displaced from the incident ray. Okay, as you see here, the emergent ray and the incident ray are parallel, but the emergent ray is not coinciding with the incident ray. It is displaced from the incident ray. So this distance d, we call it as lateral displacement. So write down, hence d is the lateral displacement. Hence d is the lateral displacement. D is the lateral displacement. Okay, so understood how the refraction takes place. We draw the boundary of the glass slab. Q is the point. Draw one incident ray. Okay, first you have to draw the normal, and this ray of light will bend towards the normal. Now going from glass to air will bend away from the normal. Mark the angles between the incident ray and the normal, angle of incidence between the refracted ray and the normal, angle of refraction. If this is R, this angle will also be equal to R. Okay, then as it is going from glass to air, it will bend away from the normal, and between the emergent ray and the normal, this angle we call it as the angle of emergence. Now when you measure angle of incidence and angle of emergence, you will find that these two angles are equal. So as the two angles are equal, the incident ray will be parallel to the emergent ray, but the emergent ray is displaced from the incident ray. So the perpendicular distance between these two rays, we call it as lateral displacement. Okay. Okay, now write the heading. Refraction through glass slab. Refraction through glass slab. Drawn in the lab. Okay, in the one experiment is also there. We have to draw it in the lab. So drawn in the laboratory, drawn in the lab. First I am explaining this experiment, and then I'll read it from the book. You can note down from the book only. Okay. So the experiment is, you should join in time. Now also you are joining. Okay, so what we do, on a wooden board, try to understand the experiment. On a wooden board, a white sheet of paper is kept. Okay, very simple. You will get a wooden board in the lab. On that wooden board, you have to keep a white sheet of paper and fix that white sheet of paper on the wooden board. Now, place the glass slab at the center of the sheet. We have to place the glass slab at the center of that white sheet and mark the boundary. And we have to mark the boundary ABCD. Okay, understand the experiment. What we have done, we have taken a wooden board. On that wooden board, a white sheet of paper is fixed. Then at the center of that white sheet, we keep the glass slab and mark the boundary ABCD of the glass slab. Okay, so the same way, consider any one point Q over here, which we'll call it as the point of incidence. Draw one perpendicular at this point Q to face AB. We have drawn the perpendicular to AB face. Now, making some angle. Let us take it to be 30 degree, 45. Let us take it to be 45 degree. Okay, with this normal, draw one ray PQ which is making an angle of 45 degree. Okay, so PQ is the incident ray. This is the incident ray. Okay, making angle 45 degree, you have drawn this way. Okay, now what you have to do? You have to fix two ball pins. You have to fix two ball pins on this ray, PQ, nearly at 6 to 7 centimeters away. Nearly 6 to 7 centimeters away, you have to fix this experiment. You have to do it in the lab when you come to the school. Okay, so try to understand it well. So fix two ball pins. Now place the glass slab at the boundary. Now you have to fix two more ball pins here. Looking from the CD face. Looking from the CD face, fix two more ball pins such that all four pins appear to be in the same straight line. When you are looking from this CD face, you are looking the images of these two pins, and two more pins you have to fix it in such a way that all four pins appear to be in the same straight line. All the four pins are appearing. You are looking from the CD face and fixing two more pins. All four pins will be in the same straight line. Now encircle these pins. Remove the glass slab from the boundary. Join these two with a straight line. This is the emergent ray. Join, let this ray is RS. Join Q to R. This is the refracted ray. This angle will be the angle of refraction, and this angle we call it as the angle of emergence, and when you measure it, this angle will also be equal to 45 degrees. And angle of refraction will be less than 45 degrees. So when you measure this angle of emergence, it will be 45 degrees. You can extend the incident ray and you can measure the perpendicular distance between the two rays. This will call it as the lateral displacement. Okay. It is given activity 10.10. Okay, so this activity you will write it from the book only. Fix a sheet of white paper on a drawing board using drawing pencil. So you have to fix a white sheet of paper on a drawing board. Place a rectangular glass slab over the sheet in the middle. So in the middle of the sheet, you have to place the glass slab. Draw the outline of the glass slab with the pencil. Let us name it as ABCD. So mark the outline of the glass slab ABCD. Take four identical pins. All pins you have to take. Fix two pins, say E and F, vertically such that the line joining. Okay, so here we have fixed two pins on PQ ray. You can write down as, you can fix two pins on PQ ray. Look for the images of these pins through the opposite edge. So through the opposite edge, that is CD face, you have to look the images of these two pins, and you have to fix two more pins, G and H, here it is written. Fix two more pins such that all four pins appear to be in the same straight line. Remove the pins and the glass slab, join the lines. Okay, so this ray, incident ray, QR ray, refracted ray, RS ray is the emergent ray. You can measure the angle of incidence and angle of emergence. You have to measure in the lab, and you will see that both the angles will be equal. Extend the incident ray and also measure the lateral displacement. With the help of a scale, you can measure the distance between these two. So this experiment from the book, and as I explained, you will write it in your copy. Is that clear? Okay, so now I will take your attendance.